this. A world without humans. No cities. No internet. No skyscrapers. No science. Just forests. And the silence of nature. The terrifying part? It almost happened. At one point in history, all humans alive could fit inside a small village. Not metaphorically. Literally. Our species, Homo sapiens, was reduced to just a few thousand individuals. And the cause? Possibly one of the largest volcanic eruptions in the last 2 million years. 74,000 years ago, in what we now call Indonesia. A supervolcano named Toba erupted with unimaginable force. The eruption released over 2,800 cubic kilometers of volcanic material. That's enough ash to bury the entire United Kingdom a kilometer deep. It was 10,000 times stronger than the Mount St. Helens eruption. Volcanic ash blanketed the sky, creating a nuclear winter. The global temperature dropped by up to 15 degrees Celsius. Sunlight barely reached the ground. Photosynthesis collapsed. Crops failed. Ecosystems crumbled. And humans, already fragile, scattered in small groups, faced extinction. Today, geneticists can read our past through DNA. Like fossilized whispers left inside our cells. And they discovered something odd. For all the billions of people alive today, our genetic diversity is shockingly low. We're more genetically similar than even chimpanzees in a single jungle. That shouldn't be the case. Unless something, a disaster, once nearly wiped us out. This is what scientists call a population bottleneck. A sharp reduction in a species' numbers that shrinks its genetic variety. Based on mitochondrial DNA and Y chromosome studies. Some researchers estimate that the human population might have dropped to as low as 1,000 to 10,000 breeding individuals worldwide. For a moment in time, Earth may have belonged to the ash. Massive die-offs of plants and animals were recorded in pollen samples. Across Asia and Africa, even as far as Greenland. The climate grew colder and drier. Entire ecosystems vanished. Early humans, who relied on hunting and gathering, faced a food chain collapsing from the bottom up. Only those who adapted, or found refuge, survived. Some theories suggest that small groups near coastal areas, especially in Africa, were able to survive by foraging seafood. Shellfish, seaweed, and fish, resources less affected by climate change. In other words, the ocean may have saved humanity. Not every scientist agrees on the Toba bottleneck theory. Some argue that the eruption, while massive, may not have had global apocalyptic effects. Archaeological digs in India show signs of human continuity, suggesting some populations were less affected than we thought. Still, the genetic bottleneck is real. Whether caused by Toba, climate shifts, disease, or migration pressures. What's more important is this. At one point, humanity walked a razor's edge. Our species stood on the brink of vanishing. And yet, we made it. What made us different from other animals that went extinct? The answer lies in our brains. By 70,000 years ago, Homo sapiens had already evolved. Language, allowing us to communicate, teach, and cooperate. Memory, to plan for seasons, migrations, and threats. Abstraction, enabling us to imagine, to hope, to fear. This cognitive revolution, as some call it, gave us something no predator or prey could match. Shared imagination. We could form bonds with strangers. Build myths. Create cultures. Adapt faster than evolution alone would allow. Now imagine if things had gone differently. A stronger eruption. A colder world. Just a few more unlucky generations. And that could have been it. No agriculture. No civilizations. No science, no smartphones. No space telescopes. Just a quiet planet. Circling the sun, waiting for intelligence that never came. But we're here. Not because we were the strongest, or the fastest. But because we could remember, cooperate, and imagine. We pass knowledge down through stories. Generation after generation. Until stories became science. And survival became progress. Today, we sequence genomes and explore galaxies. But every step we've taken began with those few thousand ancestors who refused to die. So the next time you open your phone, or eat a burger, or get annoyed at traffic, remember, none of this was guaranteed. You are here because a long time ago, the tiniest flicker of humanity didn't go out. The world may still be dangerous, but we are the descendants of those who survived the fire and the ash. And that story isn't over yet.